Because if somebody wants to justify their behavior one way or the other, then they can come up with one scenario, another scenario, and you can answer each of them, but the hujjah will never come to an end. Not only did the messenger get told, لَنَا أَعْمَالُنَا وَلَكُمْ أَعْمَالُكُمْ, he was told, لَا حُجَّةَ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. There is no case to be made between you and us. In other words, we can argue endlessly. There are people that want to hide in comparison. They can make arguments all the time. There's no winning an argument. There's no end to it. Because if somebody wants to justify their behavior one way or the other, then they can come up with one scenario, another scenario, and you can answer each of them, but the hujjah will never come to an end. And then some people's their whole purpose becomes proving somebody else wrong. If I can just prove them wrong, I've accomplished something. You don't have to prove anybody wrong. You just have to declare the truth. This is the justice that I've been given. I'm responsible for what I do. My job isn't to prove you wrong. We don't have to keep debating endlessly. La hujjata baynana wa baynakum. So even though we're concerned about wrongdoing and we speak out about injustice, we don't convert that into the need to endlessly debate with those we know there's no point in debating. You make your point known, you make your reasons known, and then you don't live a life of just constant argumentation. You don't do that. La hujjata baynana wa baynakum. There's no room for a hujjah. Hujjah means an argument that is made that you can't make a counter argument after that. Like the final blow. There's no reason for us to struggle to finally pin the other one down with an argument, with a counter attack. لنا أعمالنا ولكم أعمالكم لا حجة بيننا وبينكم الله يجمع بيننا وإليه المصير. Allah will cause a union between us eventually. If we don't come on the same page here, if we don't figure out some way of I recognize my wrong or you recognize your wrong, and we become more unified in this life, whether we like it or not, one day we're all going to be gathered and unified anyway. We're all going to be physically gathered on Judgment Day anyway. And to Him alone we have to return. And in fact, at the end of it, Allahu yajma'u baynana is also, this is maybe a prayer that the Prophet ﷺ is making a prayer, that those that are so adamant in arguing, when you find people like that, you say, I'll never be on the same page with them. There's no way they'll ever agree with me. They're always going to be antagonistic. They're always going to be a contrarian. Those kinds of people, maybe there's prayer is enough from your end. Allahu yajma'u baynana, which can be translated, may Allah be the one to cause union between us. Because humanly it doesn't seem possible. So that can only be by divine intervention. And in the end, we have to go back to Him anyway. So that's the mentality that one has to internalize. And this mindset, I tell you, if we adopted this mindset as an individual, and we adopted this mindset as a community, as a collective, the way we operate in our lives would completely change. It would completely change. I mean, this is a short khutbah about the end of Ayah 15 of Surah Ash-Shura, but what it has inside it is life-transforming stuff. The decisions, the choices you make in life and I make in life, the things I say, the way we react to people, the way we react to situations, the course of actions that we take, all of this gets completely rewired because we're not living in comparison. And we're not living being answerable to our own satisfaction or our own need, but actually Allah first and then whatever else we were going to do.